Yeah, so hello, my name is Sebastian, dzień dobry. Today I come to you with a problem, or maybe some will call it an opportunity. So I want to have a statement that showing your work takes too long. Let's imagine you are a mobile developer, probably many of you are. You say it works for you, however, until you get a feedback, it can make take a lot of time. So now let's imagine you are a PO, a QA, or a designer, or any other technical stakeholder who can give good feedback, and it will. In current solutions, basically what Anton really said, this can take time. So everybody knows this process. Basically, developer finishes a feature, they say it works for me. Then you have to create a PR, you need to wait for approvals, you need to wait for your colleagues. Then there is entire CI/CD pipeline, there is, you need to build, test everything. Then there is entire test distribution, the test flight, Firebase, etc. And only after that, the stakeholder who can give actual feedback can give feedback. This process in certain organizations can take days, and this is really bad. However, this is not the problem of pipeline, because the pipeline is essential. It gives us many benefits. However, the question is, should it get feedback? Because in the end, everything is about feedback. So basically, if feedback comes late, then the developer will actually move on to something else after he finishes his work. You get fewer iterations per feature. The decisions need to be made on mockups and not the actual real software. And the UI and usability features, bugs, problems may be found too late after the entire team have moved on to something else. So basically, what if there was a shortcut? What if we don't need to do all of this? There is a fast path, right? We can just skip all this, but we don't want to replace the entire process. We only want to skip this in order to gather feedback quicker. And this is where we introduce Flutter Go, which is basically, we are not reinventing the wheel. We just trying to, bring solutions from other outside of Flutter bubble. Maybe you are familiar with Expo, maybe you are familiar with Versal preview environments. This is kind of the same idea. Basically, developer on their either local machine, maybe on PR, they can just run a command and they can share their work instantly. So I want to quickly give you just a technical recap. It won't be too much detail. If you want to have some details, I will gladly talk to you at booth. So basically what we do, you have your Dart source code, your Flutter application. We build it with Flutter build. Then we compile that piece to bytecode. We bundle it custom FG bundle. FG is from Flutter Go. We package it with code and assets. And then we have a custom host runtime, a custom application that you actually need to install, but this application don't change that often, at least. This application includes the Flutter engine with the Dart VM, all the platform libraries, and the native plugins, right? And the native plugins part is important. I will come to this later, because this is actually a limitation of this solution. So I will quickly show you a demo. I will tell you what you will see, because it will be quite quick. Basically, because you need your PC and your phone, on the main screen you will see screen capture from PC. On the lower right corner you will see mobile application. And in the upper right corner there will be a clock, which will be real-time clock. Yeah, so I run the command. It then just thought for a second. It's generating some bundles. The QR code was scanned. It downloaded the bundle, and it ran the app. It was quick. So real time, it took 36 seconds, and it's running the app. So let's watch it again. So the command is being run. I sped up the video a bit. The QR code appears on the screen, the app scanned it, and we have the app on our phone. So 36 seconds from running the command on one device to have an actual app on the device. So basically, this solution, what your team gains, you got earlier feedback before merge, before any build. Even the developer doesn't need to push anything, basically. This gives you more iterations. Iterations are faster, so you get more rounds, more quality. You can course correct while the cost is still low. Like before merge, before everything. You don't need to work blind. You don't need to work only on mockups, only on stories. You can actually compare variants. You can hop on a call with a designer. They can say, "Hey, let's do this. Hey, let's do that," and you can quickly like, "Yeah, sure," and just they on their device, like in other parts of country, they can scan the code, see the result immediately. Yeah, and also because screenshots and stories don't convey all the things. You can have sounds, you can have haptics, right? So this is only thing that you can actually test when you have the real app in your hand, right? Here we try to compose like some to see how this will look like in more enterprises configurations when this process can take days. You have approvals, security gate checks, you have compliance, you have QA sign-off, etc. But with this solution, it could take minutes or 36 seconds, as you saw. So 99% like seems bold, yeah? But technically, you can save that much time, right? You get so much more feedback, so this is crucial. And there's also one thing to note, because this is not a solution for everyone. In smaller organizations or maybe in organizations where this process is already optimized, this is already super quick, right? So this isn't that interesting for you probably, right? However, if it is a problem for you, this entirely can change the economics of the problem. So what we offer, because this is what we try to tell you that we do, because I want to come to this limitation that I mentioned earlier, that there is a need to build this custom, because all the native plugins who need to be tailored for your specific needs. There's like no one host application to rule them all. Basically, there is some customization needed, but that's like not everything, because there is also distribution. And if that's a problem for you, like this long process is a problem for you, then everything, I assume like you are a big enterprise, big organization with big problem, then you probably have also like custom authorization, which needs to be added, custom infrastructure that needs to be added. So all this this bundle, like custom application, custom infrastructure, custom authorization, all the tooling is like what we offer with Flutter Go. So you can scan this QR code or go to this link to schedule a call with me. But I also will be holding a booth right here, I think right by the door. So if you want to see a live demo, if you want to talk how we did that, then I'm gladly to answer your questions there. Thank you.